I hear real crickets, and it's not on the camera. It's not here.
Where is that coming from?
I don't know. Look here. Look.
I'm outside.
Somebody just popped in.
If you hear crickets,
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Yeah.
just popped in. Your crickets must be this big, because they are chirping.
I thought it was in
Hey.
here. I was like, wait a minute, did a cricket get in?
Hey, welcome back to another Friday with nothing but answers. Let's jump right into it. Let's welcome the cast. Let's start with Terrain. How you doing, girl?
hey, everyone.
How's your week?
It was great. I got engaged Saturday. So amazing.
Congratulations.
Thanks. But all is well.
Yeah. Nice.
There we go. Congratulations. Bruce, what's up, Neil? You just running here. I see you running in. I knew you was coming.
I knew you was coming. I'd bake a cake because today,
Yes.
oh, I almost didn't make it, buddy.
Oh no.
And then as I'm doing, 90 on two wheels trying to get here, they detoured my street. I'm like, oh no, now what? That's another 10 minutes. But I made it.
Leanne, what's going on with you?
Oh, my bad. I can't call it.
I mean,
My whole bad. I
maybe
came
I was
in late
talking to
on
that-
there.
Yeah, maybe I was talking to the other Leanne on the show.
I'm good. Everything's great. Week's been cool.
Cool. Right. And last but not least, the birthday girl. Hey, girl, how are you doing?
I'm okay. The week started out kind of busy, had some things going on, but things are calming down.
Okay.
And it's good. It's good.
At least did you enjoy your birthday? I seen the video. You were going to get a massage.
Yeah.
One of those erotic massages.
Oh my gosh! Stop putting out that kind of wrong information.
Oh, that wasn't that. I'm sorry. I thought you were
No,
going to
it
go.
was not that. I would not have posted that for sure.
To let you know that if she's getting them, we wouldn't know about it.
Exactly. It's not that type of party. that is not for everybody's to know.
No.
Right. Everything is not for everybody. You understand me?
That's right.
And before we jump into tonight, I just want to talk about, we posted something in the room about the adult party and what to put in the pinata. Okay? And you, what happened there? Because it seemed like it went in a direction that I wasn't ready for. Okay? I'll let you know, I wasn't ready for that direction. It's hard to catch me off guard. Okay? What happened?
I don't know. I guess when you said an adult party, people just went all the way to that side, because I don't know either. The things that was being presented sound more like something other than like just a party.
I'm like, what kind of party? We can't even talk about this party, right? This is that party you can't tell nobody about. And you posted gummy bears, Doc? Were they regular gummy bears?
No, you didn't look at it. It said weed gummies. It said CBD gummies. That's what
it was. Leanne was right. She picked up on it. I was like, I don't know. I seen these gummies. I didn't want to like it because I don't know what that is. I don't know. They went left. People said dongs. Some people surprised me on here. Some people, they really coming out their bag now.
When you say adult, it's because you said you threw that little sprinkling of adult in, and we were all being adults. That's how I saw it.
Well, y'all mean y'all a nasty adult. So y'all went right to the nastiness.
Some weeks are like that.
I see. It was a freak nasty party. I said, God dang.
I know when I saw the answers, I was like, whoa. This one of those whatever happens here stays here kind of parties.
Listen, look at that. They're the gummies. Look at that. Doc.
Wow.
Put you on blast. Look at it. You had the CBD gummies.
That's for the pain you're going to feel after all that other stuff.
Whoa! Hey, I can't wait. We're gonna have a live party because I know to bring a pinata. Get y'all right. This party gonna get us there. You understand me? All right, so let's get to it. This week we're gonna talk about dating: the good, the bad, the ugly, all things that encompass dating. So let's start. We're gonna start with some good. So what are some good things right now and we're talking about right now, kind of things right now. What's going on good about dating? Well, I don't know anybody out here dating.
Right?
I was going to say, is anybody
It's
on
been a minute.
besides you?
Who dating on here?
Maybe some of our viewers are dating.
Ruth's last date was during slavery.
Right.
That don't-
I have to agree with that. I was looking at this topic and I was like, ooh, can I contribute anything?
Let me know what you heard. She was
I'm
like,
going to have to tell you what I heard. That's it.
Right. Let me know what you heard. Train, she
What's that?
That you how about you tell us, sir? From
Yeah,
a
why don't
man's
you tell
perspective.
us? I like
Tell us
that.
something about dating.
Well,
What's the good part about dating?
Well, I mean, dating is universally, and we can speak. Dating is something is good to find a person, right? You find the person that you potentially could spend the rest of your life with, right? I think everyone who's found someone, usually, unless it's something arranged, probably started by dating, correct? For the most part, right? So,
Yes, yes.
dating is definitely a good tool in getting to know people, weeding out, the good, the bad, the ugly. So it's a lot of good about dating. I think the mode of dating has changed so much, or how it's, how dating is, how men and women are pursuing each other has changed, because a lot of it, like I said, is through social media, apps, and things of that nature, which make dating a lot more difficult and more difficult, I would say, because I think when you date in person, you get to see someone, your pheromones, all these things, all these senses you have get to play off of that person that's in front of you when you're doing it live and in person. And that's good, because I think you need that part. You need the pheromones, you need the eye contact, the body, everything. You need everything to kind of to decipher if this person is for you or not for you. So dating is definitely good.
I also think dating is good just to keep your conversation skills sharp, as well as communicating, keeping things fresh and new and exciting, having that feeling of the butterflies. It's someone new. This is something that you're going out on a limb to do. It takes a little bit of bravery to go out there and date somebody and see somebody new and step out of your comfort zone to do that.
I will agree. To approach, but actually for a man to approach a woman, it's difficult. I call it a skill, right? It's a skill. I don't possess that skill. It's difficult to walk up.
We definitely in a different era though too. Women are going after what they want. Okay, women are a lot more. I feel a lot more bold and open to baiting a man, so to speak. I think that women are a little bit more ruthless.
Where they at?
No, I'm serious. I see it. And women are going after that guy that walked by and she finds him attractive. She's a lot of women are a little bit more bold in it.
Where they at?
I think that dating also can help you get over that ex, that last relationship, help you start moving on and approach with a fresh look. Be hopeful about something, a new relationship that may come your way. Also about trying out new spots and seeing things that you haven't seen before, going to places you've always wanted to go to and just never got the chance to. So
all right. So cool. So dating does provide some opportunities for you to do some different things, for you to interact in different atmospheres and places. So I guess that it does. It allows you to try maybe some new things, maybe with a new person, or even some old things with a new person that could give a different perspective of what you're doing. That's kind of interesting.
Also, in hopes that person. I just had a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about dating, and we were talking about dating someone who is financially able to date. Because it's like I don't want to pick up another bill by dating either to a degree. And a lot of times it falls on the male, but you want to date within, it's like, what is your benefit of dating, or what is your purpose of dating? Are you dating with intention, or are you dating for fun? So I think that that's also another part of dating, of what is your intent.
Yeah, because it definitely allows you to pick and choose what it is that you like and don't like, moving into a relationship, what you're looking for and not looking for.
Not to cut you off, but not even maybe even learn what you like.
Right.
By dating different people, you may like, I thought I like that, but I don't. Well, I didn't know I like that, but I do. So, I'm sorry to cut you off, but to piggyback on that, it does also allow you to learn more about your likes and dislikes.
Right. Because it can't all be about just having a good beard. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta be more than the beard.
It gotta be more than the beard sometimes.
Well, you said a beard can get you in the door, but it's not enough to let you stay.
There you go.
Well, that was going to be my question. Are people these days, since it's been a minute for me, are they dating with purpose, or are they dating to just hang out, have fun? Okay, hang with you this week, hang with you next week.
Where they are in life.
Okay.
I think it's depending on where you are in life.
I would say I think everybody's dating with a purpose, right?
You do?
What that purpose may be.
It's like, what's the purpose?
Right. It may be different. It may be for a long-term relationship. It may be for the night. It may be to just because I'm bored. It may be because I'm hungry, right? There's always a purpose.
Oh my!
But does the purpose align with the person you're with? Go ahead.
Well, one thing I read that is part of the trend of 2023, based on the dating sites, they're saying that most people are now dating with intention. So they said that they're dating. They're dating more intentionally to look for a partner. They're doing more conscious swiping. Says they're being more thoughtful about and they're being more thoughtful about how they put themselves out there and who they choose.
Definitely not on your phone, D.
What study is this? Because I want to go there. Okay.
And what year was that?
This is 2023.
Exactly. Thank you, Neil.
This is 2023. So
it might have been published in 2023.
That people are avoiding textationships and situationships in 2023 in the dating world.
That's the only ones you know. Dang, D, they did a study anti-you.
Textationships. Yeah, I see that, because I'll text somebody till they get tired. Like, you ain't gonna never come see me. No.
Wow.
No, I'm just something to do.
Wow. Doc, I'm glad we missed that boat.
Oh man.
Now, do you have fun when you go out on dates?
What's that?
I'm asking Darrell, you go out, you have fun when you go out on dates?
First of all,
you know what? That's a good question. Who
can afford to go out on dates?
Why don't you have fun when you go out on dates?
Why?
First of all, we're jumping ahead to going out on dates. You would have to get to the point to go out on dates. The vetting stage is tough. Okay. I think that some of the I guess I'm gonna say bad in dating is that especially we'll say 35 and up, if you have a career, a life, and things like that going on, and the other person has a career and life and everything going on, sometimes it does get very difficult to connect. If you have kids, and if you have kids and you have them on the same weekend, and your other weekend is it could be there, or you have opposite weekends, so it can become tough just to get that thing going, right? Get it off the ground. So it may be the texting was good, but then now the application of maybe going out becomes very difficult. And it may not be something you can do consistently because of the schedule. So scheduling is a big problem I see, and a lot of people I talk to, that's the problem. So, and then what happens is people are like, I'm cool being by myself. I'm by myself most of the time anyway. So I'm cool. I'm not really pressed. I know my time and I do things that make me happy. Like I go get my massage, whatever you do to make you happy. You do the things. So you may not need people to be around like that. So you start getting used to being alone. Like that's cool.
One of the things that you were saying earlier about pheromones and just different energies that you get from having other people, especially a partner that you're intimate with, not necessarily sexual with, but intimate with. I think it's a different energy. I think that sometimes people become so comfortable with being by themselves because the whole dating stage, let me tell you, I every time I thought that I was done in this relationship, I thought about the dating stage and I said, go sit your butt down somewhere. Because the dating pool got pee-pee in it and poo-poo in it and everything else in it. Like,
so
I don't want to go back out there.
Right. That's very interesting. It's so bad. People are staying in that relationship. We're going to work on it. We're going to work on it. You see the post in the group where the guy had cheated. She's like, we're not gonna mess this up. We're not going to mess this up. Boo-boo. We're going to be out in the streets together, but we're going to be, the home is still going to be good. Right.
Yeah. But I mean, but people really are. And it's like, you know what you're dealing with to a degree. Wow. It's like, okay. It's like you pick and choose your battles at that point. You know, it's like, is it that bad? Girl, it ain't that bad. Look what's out there. Okay. Sit down somewhere.
Right.
But is that settling?
You trying to go back on them streets?
I don't feel like I'm settling.
No, not you directly.
I know.
Yeah, not
that
you.
One thing that I learned about me is that I'm a runner. Okay. You know, so with dating, I was a dater, and I got shut up. I was, and it was like the texting. Oh my gosh, it's like, where do you get emotions? Where do you get concept? Where do you really get how a person feels or think through texting? Do not text me to death. I will block people. Do not good morning me to death. I will block you. Wow. Do not how are you beautiful to me to death. I'm blocking you. So during that dating, oh my gosh, like no, my block list is long.
It's tough because I don't do good mornings and I'm not doing hey beautiful. So maybe that's why it don't work for me. Because I don't got time. I get up in the morning, I forget that I even I don't remember. It's like 3 o'clock. You'll be all right. If you need me to make you feel better about yourself.
Wow. So in all seriousness, school me tonight. In all seriousness, then how are folks that are dating keeping the connection? If it's not via text, are they calling? What are we doing?
No, Ruth, I think that's the problem. No, what Ruth's question is, I think that's the problem. We're in a weird place where communication has changed so much. Right, we're not talking face to face. We're not talking on the phone. And like Terrain pointed out, if everything's through text, there's no emotion sometimes.
No emotion,
or you can't really gauge the emotion. So it's taking people longer to really, I guess, connect to each other because you're not really doing the things that you used to do before. It's tough.
Wow.
You know, and then couple that with, well, why? You know, what is this person? What are their intentions? And I think people have been hurt so much.
Dating sites too.
So it's like are cool in the sense that I know each of them has something different. I mean they're cool, but I think that it's ultimately what it is that I don't really know your intentions, and I'm kind of holding back.
Right. Okay. Right. Holding back.
I've been through this too many times. Right. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of telling somebody my whole life. I'm tired of giving my whole life to a person again. I just did it last week. I know one girl told me she just writes a list of everything and just gives it to the person. So there all the questions in the beginning, like favorite color, how many siblings I have, because I'm tired of the small talk. But then what do you do? I don't. And when people say I don't want to have like, small talk, what are we talking about I'm now? Confused. Yeah, I'm confused. So what about the student loan forgiveness? With the big talk, okay? I don't know what to do at that point.
But I won't use that phrase back in the day, but before that was part of the connector. If I'm remembering correctly, we were talking small talk. We were getting to know about your family, But I mean, like?
But when you've done that 3 times that week, it becomes redundant. Like you get tired, and then you forgot what you told people because you didn't said it so much. Oh, I didn't say you had a brother. Damn, my bad. I thought that was you. And then I'm like, well, keep your
You're
you
mixing
got
up
your
your
files mixed up.
connections.
That's
Okay.
that's not good. You got your files mixed up. That's not a good sign already. You can't keep it together. You know what I mean? But so that's why it becomes more. It becomes so like it's the same. It's
That
Groundhog
makes my
Day.
head hurt just to hear that.
It's
I would be
Groundhog Day.
crazy with that. Seriously.
Well, it is, and this is why I think dating is becoming a thing of the past. Like people are just how do we do it now? We're trying to find a new way of doing it. I'm sorry, Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think also like you were saying, like especially when you're like, what do you deem as dating, so to speak? Is this I'm talking to multiple people, I'm going out with multiple people, I'm intimate with multiple people? At what level is it considered dating? And like when you're dating multiple people, is it like because I went out on a date with him Tuesday, a date with him on Friday? It's like, what is dating now?
Well, and that's interesting. I remember I think I was just talking about this, and you have to ask the people because, some people are like, listen, you only date one person at a time, right? And I think that means you guys are going steady. So that's weird. Some people also think that
it's weird.
You could date multiple people, and I think that's weird too, right? So it's all weird. But you got to figure out what works for you because it's tough to think that when she leaves your house, she's going to go to another dude's house or he's going to go to another girl's house. That's weird. But then it's also weird that I just met you and I'm supposed to cut everybody off. Like, how does that work too? Right. So it's tough which way you want to go because I think it does get, for me, I think it would get I would look at you a little different if I found you like you were dating multiple people.
And I think that you said ask, talking to the other person and seeing how they define it. But before you get out there, you need to know how you define it.
Right. And that's the problem, because I think it's okay for me to date multiple people.
See, that's not fair game.
For her to date multiple people.
No, that's not fair game.
Hey, there's such thing as word.
I think it's fair game when y'all communicate. When y'all are both on the same. Because then it gives them the option to decide if they don't have the same concept, if I want to continue.
Right.
True, but somebody has to be telling the truth in there. Yes.
Well, no.
Absolutely.
What Terrain is saying, I think is 100% true. I think that we do need to get to the point where we can, hey, hello, Facebook user, whoever you are. I think that people do need to start being just honest about what they're wanting from the beginning. So like you said, give me an opportunity to say yes or no. I might be cool with it, but if I find out about it later, then it becomes problematic.
Yeah.
That's when it becomes problematic. So I definitely agree that you should, in the beginning, when we have no skin in the game, like, look, this is what dating looks like to me. And either you're with it or you're not.
Yep.
And if you're not, cool, deuces. If you are, then we can move forward with that.
Because
whatever.
I think it also. You had posed a question in the group, I think earlier this week, and it was more so is if you're, I guess, in a talking or dating stage, do you incorporate that person in everything that you're doing? And I'm like, hell no, I'm not incorporating. If we're just dating, why do you have to, like, why am I inviting you to my family things? Now, when I bring Joe around next week, my family gonna look at me like I'm crazy. Like, wasn't Bobby just here?
Right. So for me, I'm very different. Hey, Ashley. For me, it's a little different. If I'm dating someone, I'm going to take you wherever I'm going, right? Because if my intentions are I'm dating to be with you, then that's what we're going to do, right? I'm gonna move the way. Intention is. Yeah, I'm gonna move the way that I want what I want, right? So if I want you around, then this should continue to grow and keep moving that way, right? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's just my family met somebody else. You know what I mean? They know how I get down. So I'm just saying that. No.
So for you, is it no distinction of girlfriend versus somebody I'm dating?
Right.
So if I'm kicking it with you, it's for the intentions to be with you, right? So I'm gonna kick it with you. I'm not playing games, right? I'm not here to be like, well, I'll see you something. Nah, if I'm going to do something and I'm interested in you, I want you to go where I'm going. This gives you a chance to know more about me. I get to know more about you, right?
But do you have that conversation up front of your intention? Like when you start dating someone, do you have the intention, the communication of, look, this is where I am in life. I'm dating you with the intention of partner in you?
Usually,
Or
I
do you
tell people
just
like
move with?
ultimately, you know, my goal is to be like Ruth and Doc, right, and you, right.
Mhm.
That's the goal, right. That's ultimately the goal. That's what it is, and we're moving like that. That's how we're moving.
Okay.
I'm not here just to play games. Like if I'm doing, as I'm saying, I would think for me, if I'm playing with you, then I'm not going to bring you around.
Okay.
Right? I'm not. That means I don't need to bring. I don't really feel you're even worthy of bringing around.
Mm.
But if
I think it takes time.
I don't have.
Facebook user.
I don't.
Hey there.
I don't know. To me, what's up, Donnie? I don't know for me if it takes time, because the point is, this is what I'm doing, right? I'm doing this for this reason. So if we're talking about dating with intentions, well, my intentions is to be with you, so I'm going to be with you, right? We're going.
So is that everyone? Is that everyone you take out or have a conversation
Like,
with?
how do you notice?
Yeah,
Listen,
how do you define?
Listen.
What?
If I'm, I don't know. This is Leanne. This is difficult. If I meet you and I'm telling you, like, look, I'm interested in you, and you know, you meet you aesthetically and everything I want, and I'm kicking. If you're going everywhere with me, that means we moving in that direction, right? If I'm
So
not
you're not
nowhere,
dating other people. You're only dating that person. Like so when you meet someone and you're like, I think I like her today, you're like now closed off to meeting anybody else, and you're focusing strictly on that person. Is that what you're saying?
So what I'm saying is, what happens is it becomes that way, because I'm with this person all the time.
Right, with time.
So it means I'm with them all the time, which would mean that I have less time for other people, right? So if I'm kicking it with a girl, if I meet a girl and we hit it off and we hang out today and then we hang out again, you know, Thursday, I'm like, well, I got this thing coming up. You want to come through? Boom. She says she comes through. She's going to come through. What's going to happen is, over time, she's going to be coming to things and I'm going to things, and there's going to be no time for nobody else. So it just weeds
Will you
everybody
invite
out.
two of them at the same time? If you have an event or something, let's say it's a casual event in the park.
Maybe back in the day, I ain't got time to be how to be a player right now. That's just too much stress. You know, I could, but I'm not. What does it say? My intention is to date several. And see what the vibe is.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
My intention is to date several and see who I vibe with, because ninjas switch up.
Right. And I'm going to definitely switch up when I find out you dating multiple ones of us. So, I mean, it could work, but it could work against you. You know what I mean?
Anything could work against you.
Well, but it could really work against you when you have another sword in the fight. That definitely could work against you if I find out, you know. There's a difference.
So Darryl, let me ask you: if you meet someone,
I don't know how they can interview with me, but go ahead.
Yes, if you meet someone and you say, "This is what I like. My intention is to date her," and she says, my intentions are to see if I like you, but I want to see if I like Joe Smo too. So I'm gonna go out with you, and I'm going
for the streets. Okay, she can go out with both of us, but just know that she didn't came down off of the list that I want to really invest in, and she might be on the hit list now.
Oh wow! Okay, okay.
I might take her down, but I'm not keeping her. I mean, really, I think that I would, and that's in the very beginning, because I think that, to be honest, I think that in the beginning we all have a crossover, right? I think there's maybe somebody you're getting over, somebody, whatever. So I think in the beginning there's a crossover, but if I still see that maybe a month in, then I'm definitely she for the streets, and I might, you know,
keep announcing.
I don't know why she gotta be for the streets.
She out here with other people. She for the streets. She should have known.
But if a guy's doing it, he's not for the streets. He's trying to figure out which one, right?
I didn't say that, but
it's definitely a difference.
It's a difference between how guys are looked at and viewed than women. Let's be honest. It is a double standard. So yes. Can a guy do certain things and it looks differently than a woman? Absolutely. So again, you could I say women can do whatever they want to do, but understand when you're looked at a certain way, even though it may not be right, it is what it is. Dating doesn't mean sexual. I date purposely, and everybody's not getting. No. It's 90-day period.
90-day waiting period. Okay.
Ain't nobody who
right, 90
doing
day.
That. That's what we feel about 90
don't
days.
Buzz that person.
Yeah, right. I'm buzzing
no
you.
Buzzing.
No buzzing.
I'm buzzing. I'm a buzz is the wrong answer, because the problem is I think we can't put See, that's the problem why sex is such a high demand, or we're putting these pressures on it. So, like I said, I may wait for you for 90 days, but I ain't waiting for you, the other girl. Like, I'm cool. I just waited for you for 90 days, right? So you made it something that was, something to obtain. So it's about sex, because that's what you're saying. All a woman has to really hold out on the sex, because wait 90 days to give it up. That's putting too much power on the cookie. Yes.
No.
So tell me what you're saying then, Ruth.
Maybe she has those standards of time because she wants to get to know you deeper. She wants to make sure it's exclusive.
Sex is the ultimate goal. She thinks her cookie is the ultimate goal.
No, not the cookie thing. No, but
she said sex in 90 days.
Yes, but maybe in that 90 day, there's another agenda of getting closer to you, getting to know you, Daryl.
What are you talking about? She's using
what I just said.
Again, so maybe you didn't hear me. So sex is what she's using. That's what she has to offer. If you stay around me long enough, she didn't say you're going to get a great person. She said you can get sex in 90 days. That's a problem for me because that's what we hear, right? That's what men can hear. So I'm telling you what you may be, however you want it to be. It sounds like.
I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. And it's not too many times I'm going to have to agree. I'm sorry. I have to agree. And the reason that I have to agree with him.
She said, oh no, I want to get to know someone.
That's what I was trying to say.
But I think that you can do that.
Go ahead.
So here's my thing with that. Like he said, and I truly believe, like for me, if I have sex with you tomorrow and I waited and I still got to know you in the process, or if I had sex with you in 90 days, does that make you a good person? Does that make you a valuable person? Now, here's the thing. Everyone has the right to set their standards. It's up to the other person of whether or not they're willing to accept their standards. You can set whatever standard that you want to, but
wait, I'm sorry, Twain, 1 second. Before we switch the comments, let's acknowledge them because we're going too fast. We're missing the comment, the person actually responding. Okay, go ahead, Twain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that you're by right able to set whatever standards that you want. Right. I won't go to a guy's house before 30 days. Okay, that's your standard. If you choose not to do that, but you can't hold him accountable that he's willing to just do that he could do that just for you, but then it's like, okay, do you expect him not to have sex with anybody else? What is your level of expectation of him because you chose to hold out?
Right. And it's like, again, you're holding out sex. It's like, this is the ultimate goal. I'm holding the ultimate goal away from you for 90 days until I feel like you can get it.
Is it the ultimate goal? I thought you was dating for a relationship, though.
Thank you.
No. He's responding to a message.
I'm responding.
A message was the holding to 90 days.
He's
talking about the message for holding to 90 days.
Right. Okay. So if that's what thank you. Hey, Leanne, we're gonna talk later. No, what I'm saying
was asking a question.
If you make it such a goal or such a thing to obtain, it becomes this rare thing. But once I get it, then what? I got it. Then what?
Right.
So you made me hold out for something and wait 90 days because something's gonna be so amazing or whatever reason why,
maybe
right?
She ain't
now, excuse me.
Sorry.
No, I'm saying, hey, listen. Whatever reason she held out for whatever.
Right. Well, a bunch of comments are coming through, and you guys are just still talking. So we not.
Well, no, we didn't play them yet. Did we put?
We like 10 behind.
All right, let's start with the comments.
Well, I thought we didn't read them, so let's read them. Go ahead.
We didn't. We didn't.
Right. Right. All right, go ahead. Hit it. Sorry, Leanne.
Somebody read it.
Cookie's good. Where we
most men objective is to smash me, and it's a test.
But either way they're gonna smash you. You said in 90 days. I know I'm gonna smash you. You didn't do anything but delay the smashing.
How do you know you're gonna smash?
She said she waited 90 days. Well, you might not, but I know in 90 days I might get it. Well, but you never know you're gonna get it. You might not get it the first.
Oh no, I want to get to know someone.
I hear you, and I'm not saying you don't. I'm saying, but using sex as the goal, to me is an issue because it makes us think.
I'm not withholding sex.
What are you doing then? What do you call it when you're not giving it away?
Wait until she feels the same way. How about that?
Called withholding.
How about that? That's not withholding.
That's withholding.
If she doesn't feel it, if she's not feeling it, she's not feeling it.
That means you're withholding it. If you're either you're giving it or you're not.
I don't know if this is the same person.
I don't know if it's the same person.
I don't know if this is the same person.
What if you're really attracted?
It's two different people.
Do your standards stay the same?
What's that?
I'm sorry, we can't hear you. You're kind of breaking up.
I said, what if I understand that her standard is 90 days for him to get the cookie. But what if she's really attracted and she's stimulated by him? Is her standard the same with waiting 90 days? Because then it becomes about what she wants.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Agreed.
I hear you.
Like I said, I just think we need to stop making sex. We just hold it in such a high regard. And that's why I think
it's a weapon. It's a weapon.
And don't get me wrong. If I want to F someone, I will. But I'm going to be honest from the jump.
Okay.
Right. So like I said, now I know I have to be on my best behavior for 90 days to get it before I leave. I'm just saying I don't like putting these type of things on it, right? Again,
she never said she was telling the other person how long it takes. That could just be a standard that she has. It doesn't necessarily say she's going to put it out there on the table.
Even if she doesn't, if I know it, listen, I think things should happen organically. And again, everybody's right for what they want to do, but it might not, like Train pointed out, it might not be right for the person you're with. So again, if you expect someone to wait for you, cool. Good luck with that. It could happen, right? There's also unicorns. I've never seen one, but I'm just saying, I think I take it away from sex. It wouldn't be like, well, if I like you, I'm gonna give you sex. No, it's more, I want it to be, if I like you, let's have a great time. Something else other than making it sex such a big thing. Go ahead, Leanne. Sorry.
Right. Agreed. No. Right. Agreed. No, that's not my expectation. His choice.
Okay. What's the next one?
So you said this is not the same person. There's a couple of people.
It may not be.
It's two different people. It's
okay.
This is Donnie right now. This is Donnie and Ashley. We're talking. So that was Donnie with the 90 days.
If I'm dating purposely, I don't want it to be about sex.
Okay.
But you're making it about sex. You are. You're saying you can't have them for 90 days. You're coming into it already talking about sex. We made it about sex just by doing that. Oh,
with me, it's a wrap. He's hooked.
Yeah, Ashley said she got some good, and she ain't trying to give it away because she got stalkers.
He said she don't want no stalkers.
Right,
Ashley. No stalkers.
Okay.
Ashley said,
careful
listen,
with that.
Hey, well, put that away. That's the sunshine.
Can't give that away too easily.
No, and I'm not advocating for giving it away.
Ashley didn't say that. Donnie said that.
Whoops.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was reading on my phone. I thought it was Ashley. My fault. I'm sorry.
Well, who said that's not the goal? You misconstrued.
I know Ashley agreed with me. That's all I know.
Well, who's saying that? Who's saying it's not the goal? Misconstrued. That's what I want to know.
Donnie.
Okay.
Donnie. What do you mean it's not the goal? It's not the goal for men to have sex? Or not the goal? What's not the goal? Or sex? What is it? I'm not sure what not the goal is. I just know it's a goal because it's the only thing that she's putting, and not her, but that they're saying wait for 90 days. That's the only thing they're saying not to do. So it has to be a goal. If that's the only thing we have that we're holding out on, we're doing everything else, but we're not going to have sex. So it has to be a goal.
I agree. I think that it's also being used as a weapon. I think that for me, if you're going to intentionally imagine waiting 90 days, getting to know somebody, falling all in love just to know that they weak in the bedroom, how pissed would I be? Like I wasted 90 days and then I got to deal with this. This is what I signed up for. Like that's another side to it.
Thank you. Waiting till I'm ready.
No, everybody should wait. But Terrain is right as well. Like if you wait and then what?
Well, sex can be learned. How to have sex
can be learned. Thank you.
No. Side camping. Size is not learned, baby.
Huh?
Size
What?
is not learned. I don't
So
care how much learning you do. Some things just don't touch.
But it's what you do with it, Terrain. It's not what it's.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
because you've been married
definitely
for so
about
long.
what I want.
You don't
Wait
got
a
those
minute.
issues.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Listen.
You will not take shots at my co-host, okay?
Thank you.
We are not doing that.
It's not about size. It's about what you do with it, regardless.
Hey, Ruth,
Okay.
please don't.
And
Okay.
speaking from
defensive.
and speaking from someone who's helped couples through sex issues, it's really not.
It's
There are
not.
positions that you can do.
Let me-
There are
Thank you.
other things that you can do that can make
That sounds like
sex
a lot
good.
of work.
It ain't a
Sounds
lot
like
of
a
I mean,
lot of
it might be for some people, but if all you care about is the size of somebody, man,
Hold my
woman,
leg.
No,
man or woman
no,
from
you
either
got-
side, if all you care
Man.
about is size, you might be missing
No.
out on a good person just because
You
they don't
know
have the
how
bigger,
many
they don't have
you-
the breast
Wait,
size
one at a
that you
time.
want,
One at a
or the
time.
butt
You
size
know-
that you want, or the
Never
penis
seen
size that
climax.
you want. You know, it's
No, you know how many women I talk to that never who have to fake certain
Right.
things because they're
they
not.
don't have to.
No,
They choose to fake. They choose
There
to
you go.
They should've
There you
walked away.
go.
They
They
choose to
should've walked-
fake because they need to be working on their
Ma'am.
sex life
Yeah.
with their
No,
partner.
ma'am.
There
Yes.
you go.
Show them
Even
how
if
to
you
work
have
on
to
it.
bring
Show 'em what
AIDS.
you're working with. Yes.
They don't have to fake. They don't have to.
Listen, we can't hear the conversation.
We
It's
hit a
great.
nerve. We hit a
It's
size
one-
nerve.
Ruth, did you hear that, Ruth? That means stop. Okay? I don't know what goes on in that household, but here, stop. It got hot for a minute. Okay? It got hot.
Lord.
It's
I need
okay.
to hear.
One at a time. Everybody, let each other finish their talk because we're talking over each other, so we can't really hear it. Okay? Go ahead, Liam. What do we got there?
Mm-hmm. Read
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Size don't matter because I had a big ninja and it was trash because he ain't know how to use it.
I agree with that too. That's
So
the
it was-
out of it.
it
What if it's too big?
No, I mean, I don't know. It's my problem.
Oh Lord.
Listen,
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
What's the next one? Oh, take it down.
Please,
So
the
listen.
next one.
I don't know what happened. We got off rail. I don't know. But Doc was saying some important things, Terrain. You were saying, Doc, you don't have to do anything. We choose
No,
to
you
do
don't.
these things, right? Go ahead. She chooses to fake, to whatever. And it might be more beneficial for her to say, hey, listen, let's go to that party that they were having with the pinata.
Pinata.
That might be the spark we need. But again, it'd be better to talk about maybe what can make it better.
I think that when we were having this, the conversation a couple weeks ago about sex talk, about learning yourself,
Okay.
and and being intimate with someone, of learning that what pleases you. And I don't care how you slice it, dice it, sideways it, flip it upside down. Certain sizes is just, I don't care what angle you go in, it just ain't gonna touch
It
some
ain't
things.
gonna do it, right? Right.
It just ain't
Leanne,
gonna do it. Like,
read
I
that,
mean,
Leanne,
I
please.
could be, you stand on
Don't
your head.
expect
It's just
someone
not
to
going
wait.
to touch.
But if you don't, after learning and getting to know me, then I made the right decision.
Did you? Or did you miss on something good because you was holding out? I mean, it could be that way too, right? Because again, it's about, you're only holding this one thing out. And that's why I said if sex is all you have to hold out. Okay. Cool.
No,
You got
Darrell, you
offers?
made it about sex. I'm not going in saying you on a 90-day trial.
That's what it kind of sounded like. We said sex in 90 days. And I can go back and see what you wrote. You wrote what you
No,
said,
it's
you said what you wrote.
not the goal for 90 days and then sex.
Is sex after 90 days?
Me waiting for sex is my choice, not a goal or a
Okay.
period. If it's trash, you can teach.
No, I agree. It definitely is. And I'm not saying you're wrong for what you want, but I'm saying I don't know how many people are going to do it. Who got 90 days then? I know I don't.
But you will be working on other things too in 90 days, Daryl. That's what you have to
I don't
remember.
have
and
90
other
days
things-
either. I'm with Darrell.
What?
And other things I'm working
sorry.
on may make me forget about you as well, because this is fun over here. We over here just playing Scrabble.
There's more to a real relationship than just the fun part. That's all I'm saying.
But
Why
how
you
you
can't
get
have
the
it
real
all?
relationship without the fun?
You can have it
Exactly.
all. You can. If the time is right and it meshes, yes, you can.
The time is right now.
Right, I'm now. It's day 3. I like it. I want you. You like me? You like me?
Daryl,
This makes it
That's
a lot
why.
better.
That's why the divorce rate so
that's
high.
why, Doc. That's exactly why.
I don't agree, Doc.
I-
Listen,
Yes,
Doc,
I
and
do.
tell me this, if this is any truth to this. After sex, things change for a lot of people. After that first time you have sex with a person, things change.
In what way?
That person, meaning sometimes they look different, sometimes how you feel about them is different. That sex changes things.
It could
Well,
change.
if the
So-
time is right, I will break the 90 day. But again, my choice.
Okay. No, it is your choice, and we're not really disputing about your choice. We're just disputing
Right.
what's the message that's received from your choices. Choices have consequences and repercussions sometimes, and if you're, and again, I think that I don't know. It's just that we have sex is so heavy. Like she's saying, I'm holding sex away from this person. This is what their goal. This is what they can get. If I like you, you can get sex. But
I don't think
But
it's
that's
like
I
that.
think
I
that's the-
think
yeah, I-
her
No, I'm saying, I
intention
told
is
you,
to.
I
this is
think
what we
that's
can
the
hear.
thought in general.
This is what can
I think
be
that's the
heard.
general thought.
Right. This is what can be heard, right? And I said we need to take it away from you gaining sex and maybe gaining a partner for life, right? That's what it makes more sense.
But if
Like-
she's under the impression that guys coming in only want one thing, she's like, let's take that off the table and see if we can get to know each other
Wait,
without that.
man,
Mhm.
you're not taking it off the table. You're just pushing it down. He's gonna get it.
It's delayed.
Say it again, Train. You broke
If
up.
we're dating without sex, then it's off the table. If we're dating with a time period, is on a pause. It's not off the table. It's like, let's work up to that period. But
Right.
what about the people who start their relationships with sex and
Ain't
have
too many
healthy
of them
long-term
last.
relationships?
Those are the outliers. Those are the
Nah,
outliers.
Wait, that's not true.
That
Most
is
relationships
true.
start with sex. Most people ain't waiting no 90 days to have sex.
Everybody
Most
not
relationships-
going out on one date and hopping in the bed.
Right, that's
Come
true.
on, let's be
Nobody said one
realistic.
date.
Everybody,
Here we
but
go.
Let's be
it
realistic.
happens.
Straw man.
But
Nobody
there
said
are also
one
people
date.
that don't do that.
Straw man. No
Agree.
one said one date, but people are having sex within a month, usually of meeting each other. Most people are having sex within a month, right? Except for the Steve Harvey people. That's what happens. Either good, bad, or indifferent. That's usually when it happens. Nobody's waiting. Men or women are not really waiting for 2 months, 3 months. It usually happens, within the first month. If you hang around each other, it happens.
Yeah, I was going to say it also depends on what your level of dating is. How often are you seeing this person? Are we going out? Are we
That's
going
true.
to
That's
more
true.
intimate
That's true.
environments? Am I coming over your house? Are we doing Netflix and chill? Are we putting ourselves in those type of environments? Because if we're just doing dinners and then going our separate ways, if we're literally dating
Probably doing that
without
for.
being intimate environments, it becomes a little bit more easier to do. But if we laying up and watching Netflix and chilling, I don't know about that lasting
You got to
that
feel
long.
something.
Shut up, Daryl. Just shush.
I think that and two, with the economy the way it is and dating being so tough, there are a lot more dates that are more simple, like maybe walking in the park where you can have sex, or you're coming over your house and having Netflix and you have sex in.
Did you just say
Or-
where you got sex?
Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
Yes, he
I
did.
think that, and I think that's a problem too. So it's not as much, going out because sex, because dating is so expensive. So you come over and
You know what?
Unbelievable.
That is one of the trends that they talked about. They called it infladating, and they said
Okay.
it's related to dating being so expensive. So people are doing more free things like going for a walk or going
absolutely,
to a park
absolutely.
or
Absolutely.
doing stuff like that. And then they made a caveat. They said that first dates should be no more than 30 minutes. Tops.
I agree.
Wow.
I definitely agree. I definitely move in that direction now too, like a cup of coffee, some Ritas, something where you can, because again, we're meeting people online.
Had a cup
usually,
of coffee
right?
and some weed.
Some Ritas.
Oh.
Those two things
Doc,
don't even go together.
Doc, what are you talking about right now? What are you talking about?
I'm like, wait, you gonna get all excited for the coffee, then you want to bring yourself down? Is that what's happening?
I don't know what you were talking about. But I think that since we're meeting, there's a lot of dates are being started on online dating, right? So again, some things that are bad. The filters, right? Filters, I think men and women are using them.
Yes, I agree.
Sure, right?
30 minutes
So,
first date.
Right. So as these filters and you don't, old pictures or whatever the case may be, you want to meet someone in something that you can be like 15, 30 minutes and you can be out. You don't want to be, sit there and have to endure a whole dinner with this person who's
they got one type of date where they don't even sit down and talk to you. Y'all both show up and it says coffee or something like that. They simply send a message, say, "Hey, you here?" And you'll say, "Oh yeah, I'm here." They get out, they walk, you pay for your cup of coffee, they pay for theirs. If they like you, they'll approach you. If they don't, they just go ahead about their business. And that was the date.
Right. I don't know what that's called.
I think that's a
called,
date.
It's an online thing. That's it. They do it.
No, Leanne's right. I did see it, and I'm thinking, and because you don't trust sometimes what people are promoting in their profiles or their pictures and things of that nature. So this gives you a chance where, again, there's no skin in the game, where I can see you and I can keep walking because you're not what I want. Right. And then right then we both know what it is. So you don't have to sit there and pretend for a half hour. Right. You don't have to pretend like, oh yeah, we're going to do this again. No, we're not. No, we're not. Never going to do it again. No, so you don't have to do that. And that's one of the bad parts about dating today, because there's many different parts. There's a part where you meet this person and they're great through text and they're great through talking. And when you meet them in person, they're not the person you thought they were.
Wow.
So now we're done. Because damn your personality. I need to be able to look at you.
Oh, jeez.
I agree.
So one of the other trends that they mentioned is they called it open casting. They said that people are dating outside of their normal preferences. They're casting a wider net to see if they can connect with someone else. So they it may be somebody that they're not typically attracted to, but they'll give them a try.
Okay.
I would love to see some studies and things on that, like how does open casting work? Because eventually I think you're kind of trying something different, but that thing may bother you down the road. Like I can't believe that I did this. Like I knew I really didn't like this, whatever about this person.
Also think it broadens your horizon too, because like if you're a personality and you generally go for B, dating someone with another A, you might be intrigued by, oh wow, we're very similar but different in these things.
But
I think even with looks.
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead, Train. I'm sorry.
I think even with looks, generally is like, and I've seen this a lot where people are saying they've become open to dating outside their race now, where generally they would have never been open to dating outside their race, and come to find out like, oh, they're still people. I might like them too. So I think
told you, I'm about to say, not to cut you off, Train, but that does pose a problem down the road. I think, like, I know one dude went out and started dating white girls, and it was cool until they got into like some Black Lives Matter stuff, or something like that came up, and they couldn't connect on certain things, and it became a problem in the differences that he couldn't get over, so he had to step away.
But you get that in people that you like, you get differences.
Well, again, sometimes remember, cultural or things that can be very different, right? You can see things very different, and you could. I mean, it definitely could happen with someone that looks like you as well, but it's a little less likely, right? So sometimes it may look good and it may be cool, but when you get down to the nooks and crannies of things, it could be a problem. And I'm not saying for everybody. Some people can get through it. You know what I mean? We talked about who's the girl who had the white husband. the lawyer last week with the 4 women.
What's her name? Tamar. Yes.
She went the whole different direction. Look like she's winning. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it can happen. But like I said, it's good and bad and everything. And maybe casting your net is a thing that you might have to try. If what you're doing is not working, and it's not you, it might be you as well. Maybe you got to.
You need to decide. You have to decide though how important those things are to you, because, like you said, Derek, sometimes it comes up down the line. Like, I really don't like green eyes, or I really don't like the guy who's a foot shorter than me. Those things start to make an appearance, and every time something else negative happens, those things rear up. Like, I never liked your green eye self anyway.
Green eye, short ass, can walk under the table standing up. I knew I shouldn't have got with your little behind. Right. And that's what happened. It could be it could add to some resentment. But I mean, we got to do something, because I think we just have to learn how to date today, because it's very different than anything we've done before. Like I said, dating online, you're dating a whole bunch of AIs, and the people look nothing like the pictures they post. It's crazy. It's terrible. It's like you're being catfished.
Wow.
I also think that as you get older, certain things that matter to you when you were younger don't matter now.
Bullshit.
I think that, and not necessarily looks, but there are certain things that I feel like is more given as you get older, because like the likelihood, younger, you were like, I don't want to date nobody with kids. And then as you get older and you look at the people around you, and like most people my age got kids. So your dating pool starts to change as you get older, because certain things that you thought that you didn't want is not necessarily a big deal to you as you get older, because the reality of it is this is life.
What you mean? You mean you're settling? You got to settle for different things. Oh, sugar, I got to take these kids, or I got to take this person that's been divorced 7 times, or whatever it is, you got to take now. Your standards have to change, because, like you said, that's why it's dating. Listen, if you're younger,
people live though.
Right,
it's life. But you live long enough, you're gonna have some experiences. Not everybody married for 20, 30 years.
Or like I said, if you're gonna marry younger if you want the clean slate. If not, you're gonna have to deal with whatever comes with it, okay?
Yes.
Every 10 years, there's more stuff that you're gonna have to deal with.
Add it to the plate, right?
Or different relationships, or whatever it is, or even just having more things. I have a house, you have a house. I'm not moving in your house.
Very true.
She like, I ain't moving in your house. Well, what we gonna do? We're gonna just have 2 houses and live apart? Like, what's gonna happen? So all these things make a difference.
It does. It does.
Our work schedules. What we do is, it's a lot of things we have. Even right now, I have a lot of stuff. To have somebody come in this house, where they gonna live at? I don't know, because this is full of my stuff. Where you gonna
and the way you do things might change as well, depending on how old, how much older you get. You could have that person that says, "Hey, we both got 2 houses. Let's keep our houses. I'll see you on the weekend."
Watch your mouth.
So then it would be, now this is the type of relationship I would want, right? So I wanted to see somebody on the weekend, because then why are we what's the point of being in a relationship then?
Some people are choosing that route.
Yeah.
That's why some people move out of their bedrooms.
Yep.
And don't share bedrooms anymore.
Yep.
Because it's keeping the relationship together.
Yes.
That's fine, but I can walk down the hallway and know where I can get some at. Like, I got to get my car.
You can also get in your car and drive to get some too.
Hey, we know how high gas is right now.
Oh my goodness!
I can walk down the hall.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, you up?
I thought you were gonna say go down the hall and make sure she's cool. You got go down the hall,
right?
Why do I gotta make sure? Is she making sure I'm cool?
Well, maybe she did the night before. She check on you. You check on her the next night.
Oh, well, she gonna check. Well, come on in and check on me. She can check on me any night she wants to.
I surrender.
I'm ready. I'm being there ready for her to check on me.
My point was
Thank you.
that I was just following up on what Terrain said. As you get older, the way you look at situations could change. And you may be accepting of other ways of being with a partner.
I think Ruth said it last week or the week before about what chili in her list.
Yes. Yes.
You have to change. If you don't change, you're going to be alone
started
forever.
altering that list. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right. So she had to alter it.
She had to alter it just a little bit. Yep.
Okay. Right. And she's still alone, or is she with someone?
No, she's with somebody who, again, looks, I think, very different than she initially thought he would look and be, like based on her list. But again, she's getting older. Everything we've said, so she's happy. Appears to be happy right now.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but I think that there are foundational. Yeah, but I think that there are some foundational things that, you know, where it comes into, do we have the same values, morals, and standards of certain things in life? And I think that without compromising your integrity, without compromising certain things, you know, it's like, well, can I really deal with this? Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought it was. You know, as you get older, certain things is just like, just living life. You live long enough, you're going to be like, that ain't even that deep. Why was I tripping about that? So it's without compromising, you know, certain things. How important are these things?
Right.
Okay.
I agree. Like I said, some things are some things won't change, but some things are like, that's not that big a deal. You know what I mean? That's not that big a deal. That was something that was more aesthetically. You know, I aesthetically liked that back in the day, but that's not even. That doesn't. You know, I just need somebody got 2 good legs and arms to push my wheelchair when I go.
Wow.
You got anything else, Doc?
They said that everything that we just said or everything that we just talked about doesn't seem to ring true for this one. It says that that daters are more self-aware and they're smarter, savvier. They can pick out the red flags quicker.
Really?
That's what it says.
Really?
So, but I think that may be true in a sense because people are picking out any red flag and moving on. People feel like they have infinite choices, right? They have infinite choices. I can go on this app, it's 1,000 people. So as soon as there's something that I deem to be wrong, then this could be a problem why relationships aren't developing like normal because you're not going through anything. As soon as there's something wrong, we're looking for perfection. We want somebody to be perfect. So when they don't do something or they do something out of line, you're like, oh, I get another one. I'll start over.
Wow.
You know,
I agree.
I get over. I'll start over. You know, and again, that honeymoon period is addicting. You know, like Leanne spoke, those butterflies that you're getting in the beginning becomes addicting. And that's all you want. You want that feeling over and over and good. But as soon as the relationship becomes like, well, we're talking about real things and it becomes kind of serious, heavy, they're gone because it feels uncomfortable, right? It feels uncomfortable. And people don't know how to deal with conflict. And that's why relationships don't really progressing to the next level.
Or just like you said, there are so many options, especially when you're doing online dating. It's like, oh, well, I don't have to deal with this. Let me try again. It's like swipe left. Maybe this person won't have this issue, but I can guarantee this person have another issue. So it's like you're always, like you said, always chasing after this high, so to speak, of or seek perfection, but you're never going to find it. So it's like setting standards and setting things that are your non-negotiables, so to speak. And then if this person meets negotiable, open up the door to get to know them. Because you don't know, but all of this new era of red flags, like what? It's so many red flags now with everything. Oh, he blinked twice. It's a red flag. Gotta go.
And again, they're perceived options, right? Because they may not really be options. They're perceived. You think you have all these options, and they may not really be options. And again, if you did find someone perfect, you would mess it up because you ain't perfect, right? You would be the problem. So people don't understand, you know, we have to learn that people are people and are going to be things, and we need to learn how to go through things because you're never going to get to the next step without good conflict resolution or understanding that people are people and they're not going to be perfect.
We are not advocating that you just stick around because you want to see if you could try to make it work because you don't want to run from a red flag. You don't want to do that.
No.
If there is something that comes up that is a deal breaker for you, it's okay that you go ahead and say, I'm not dealing with
Absolutely.
This.
Good point.
Absolutely. So you got to know the difference between and that's why you got to know yourself and what your non-negotiables are, what your deal breakers are. And even your word is very important. I was listening to something when I was looking up for stuff for this, and it was saying how kind of like the women said, listen, tell you up front that I'm not having sex, say in 90 days, whatever case may be. But then you do have sex within that 90 days. Now you just taught that person your word means nothing, right? You just showed them that you don't stick to your own word. So why would they respect your word when you say it going forth? So all I'm saying is that whatever you say, stick to it. Right?
Stand on it.
You have to, because once you show chinks in your armor, the other person's seeing that, and then they're like, oh, that person, they're not even honest to themselves. Like, they don't even stick to their own. What did they feel? Or
that I could be very persuasive and change their minds about anything.
Or that part.
That's
right.
true.
I was just talking to someone earlier about that and why people don't take this person seriously when they say no, or when they say this is what I mean. The reality is they've never seen you mean it.
Wow.
Because if I can change your mind or persuade you, then I'm going to try every single time.
Of course.
Right. It's the slot machine theory, because once you do it once, you're going to keep pulling it.
That's right.
Trying to hit that jackpot again.
That's right. That's right.
Wow.
That's a
So
good
we
point.
definitely do have to. So let's try to go to ugly, right? What's some ugly things of dating? Talk about the good, the bad. What is
I think we covered those things too.
I think they got intertwined in there.
Not really. We talked about a lot of bad things. Like ugly, to me would be maybe you out there dating and you got a whole wife and kids at home. You know,
that's
misleading
very
people.
ugly.
I thought we covered it.
That's extremely ugly.
Right. So I was reading something today, and it was like, when you're looking at, for women, if you're looking at, and men, if you're looking at pictures, look at the fingers, try to see if there's a wedding band or a light colored mark on one finger.
Right, or a suntan where the ring used to be.
Where the ring should be. You know, all their pictures, they're hiding their hands.
All their pictures are like this.
Could be a sign. Could definitely be a sign of something going left. They definitely say to always, Google that person. If you do get a name or something, Google them. Google's our friend. Use it to your advantage.
Google them, and don't forget to check the Megan's Law website.
Oh, absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah.
I know some folks have found their folk on there.
Wow.
Yes. I know a couple people who found out that this person can't be around their own kids. Their kids,
oh my gosh.
Come to find out that he can't be around his own kids.
Whoa.
But they didn't know. They wanted to believe and be wide-eyed. Being wide-eyed in love is sometimes troubling because it makes you miss some things. And I love him too much, and then they go past, and then when they come out the fog, they realize he's on the Megan's list.
What about another ugly of dating, of stringing a person along, knowing you only have, temporary intentions, if you will. That person has longer term goals, and you're just stringing them along. I know somebody that.
Yeah, I think that's more bad. That's bad.
That's kind of ugly too.
Well, it's not, because it's kind of like, doctor, you have to kind of. Well, I mean, this is where you go and use discernment when you're dealing with people, right? And what are you doing, and who are you letting into, and what do you got to use discernment. And if someone is usually people show you who they are, but sometimes we don't want to see it. Or we want to see good in them. We like them. Like, if we like them, if someone's likable and attractive and they're all the things, then you're going to allow some things to slide that you maybe wouldn't if their name was Ursula and they were ugly. So,
you know what? But I do think, Daryl, that could start off as a bad and could get ugly if the person is intentionally deceiving you. And
that's what I mean. It's intentional.
If they're intentionally deceiving you and really making you believe that they want to get married to you, they want to have a life with you, and they have absolutely no intention.
Hey, Doc, I'm saying it's bad only because if they're making you believe, unless they're getting a ring and doing all that, but if they're talking about they're going to marry you and they keep talking about they're marry you, that's on you if you ain't got no ring, if you don't have a ring.
Right? But don't tell me do commit to the fraud. Some people commit to the fraud.
That's a you problem. if they're not even going to the point where they're giving you a ring.
When I say commit to the fraud, I'm talking about going ring shopping.
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Like
no.
The real string along.
Yeah,
So listen,
the real
I'm telling you,
string
no.
Yeah.
I can't agree again. If they don't buy the ring and you just shopping, you window shopping, that's on you.
Well, what if they buy the ring, Daryl?
That's different. That's different. Then I would say that they're really committed. At least they committed into buying whatever, how many thousands of dollars for it, and it better be a couple dollars. If you got a $78 ring, again, that's on you again. But if you're going ring, like I said, so we have to take onus on ourselves. Oh, so he said we was going to.
The ring is only a couple dollars, and you really believe that's all they could afford. You supposed to just step out and say you must be frauding me because you couldn't afford to buy me a good ring.
Well, that's different. I mean, if they broke, well then there you go, another problem. Why are you dealing with my broke? You didn't have to keep it going on when you knew they were broke. Again, these are all your problems. I can't. They're bad. I don't think it's ugly because you allowed it to happen, right? Again, I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I think there's a thin line between bad and ugly, and we have to acknowledge, like Doc said,
none of this is bad.
Right into ugly real quick.
No, this is not ugly. Just because if you're not on top of your game, that's on you. Right?
Wow.
If you're allowing somebody to game you, like I said, now if they're buying a ring and doing all that, that's different. If they're spending, $1,000, that's different. That is ugly. If they're doing all that for other purposes, that they have some devious thing down the road. But if there's a guy just playing you or a girl just playing you, saying they're going to do something and they never really do it, and you're like, well, they did it. That's on you.
Yeah, that's different. I think we all agree that that's different. But there are some people who take it to the next level and have people really believing that they love them and want to be with them.
I know.
How many people are so who's giving somebody a ring under false pretenses?
I know an uglier situation than that, where they convinced her to buy her own ring.
Again, that's her. That's bad. Seriously. That's not ugly. That's bad. She's dumb because she bought her own ring. Dumb. That's her or him. If somebody makes you buy your own wedding ring and say, I'm going to marry you, again, that to me, hope she must have no friends. I'm like, you want your own wedding ring? He don't really like you. Somebody should have told her that.
She bought her own ring?
Nah, yeah, that's her. So again, I think that's her. I think that's not, you know what I mean?
Okay. That's her
what
problem.
I feel.
All right.
Yes. Or even him. Like, because again, I think what you're doing there is you're not being in tune to things how it go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's why I would say that would be on her. But now if they do buy a ring, like say if they're trying to trick you out of some money or something like that, and they do, that's really ugly. Right? Because like I said, if you go through at that point where you're going through and you're trying to marry them and doing it with reasons to, or you fake marry them, something like that. That to me is ugly. Where we actually have a ceremony, but there was no paperwork signed. That to me is ugly.
Wow.
Right? Because you can't. Everything looked real to me. I signed the papers. That to me would be really ugly. Right? That would be really like, whoa, they went all the way. God dang. They didn't pull no punches. So that would be, and then you do have the ugliness of, maybe meeting someone and that first date and you don't like them anymore, but they still like you and they continue to stalk you, follow you, harass you. That's the ugly part of meeting someone, because we don't know, this person may turn into an animal. We don't know who we're dealing with, and it could be very ugly to the point where people can get harmed and things of that nature. So dating, I whatever you do, date with precaution. You don't just go out there and date.
Another reason not to give that cookie up too soon, because once that's in place, they like, ooh, gotta have some more of that.
Not really.
How about dating someone that find out one of your friends dated?
What was that, Ray?
Dating somebody and then find out a little bit, you start liking them and find out that your friend dated this person.
Well, that's a different show. That's a different show.
Wow.
Bye.
But that's the ugly. That's ugly.
It is ugly.
I don't know if that's ugly because you found out. It's not like it was purposely, you know what I mean? Unless the person knew, it's not ugly. It's like, well, what are we going to do? That's a situation where you got to find out, what are you going to do next? Dang, you dated my homie? Well, that was a long time ago. You know, you got what you're going to do with it.
Did you just say, well, that was a long time ago? Mister, she can't date somebody else.
Right. Or she for the streets, remember that?
Right. Mr. for the streets, and she done dated she's dated your homie. Really?
Well, so it would, to be honest, it would be like, well, what homie was it? Like if it was a homie that I felt beneath me, then I'm like, I can't fuck with you. You fuck with the homie. Like you fuck with you mess with the nerd boy. You're like, I can't mess you mess with the nerd boy.
So it depends which homie.
I'm like, John? John? Oh, get the fuck. Oh, hell no. Like certain people, it just would not sit right with me because I know who they are. Like if he could get it, I'm done. That means anybody can get it. I know he corny. You know what I mean? Anybody, like you really for the streets. Like you might be straight for the stroke, but that's it. Man. You know what I mean? You might be straight for the stroke, but that's it. Yeah. So that'd be tough. Like it really would depend who it is. And since I'm usually the alpha of my group, if you mess with any of my friends, I definitely can't take you. I might take you down, but we can't kick it. You can't be
you say I can take you down, but I can't take you seriously.
Right. Yeah. I mean, she's straight for the stroke, but I can't put you in no pictures or nothing.
Straight for the stroke. Straight. That's a new phrase to me. Straight for the stroke. I never heard that one. Sorry.
You know what I mean? So yeah, but I mean, and it's tough. I mean, I think especially depending where you live at, if you live in certain like smaller towns, it probably happens more often than not, or in your community, if you don't have cars and everybody, it probably happens more often than you know. You know what I mean? You might be with somebody now that you've been with somebody that you don't know their lineage. If everybody don't tell everybody or with, so you go back to that class reunion and be like, how you know her? How you know Jill? Jill look awfully friendly.
That's why you go to all same gender school, right, Doc?
Right.
Hey, that don't stop.
You didn't have to worry about
I was about to say that don't mean nothing.
No, it didn't mean
nothing.
It really doesn't. That's right.
Why they up here fronting? They up there scissoring. They be up there.
What?
You know what? I can't.
Oh my goodness.
Same school. You know what happens? Like, well, we don't count that.
My head.
I mean, we had Central right down the street, so a lot of the girls at our school dated guys from Central.
We did, yeah.
Gotcha. We did, huh? So Central
we did, but I went over to Newman. I skipped over Central.
Gotcha. Okay. That's the story we're going with. You went to Newman. You didn't go.
No, I went and started dating a guy from Newman. I forgot about the Central guys.
Hey, remember this is live, so somebody been on the road there like, hey, Ruth. I'm from Central. Don't get nobody to write it in.
We dated one guy from Newman.
I forgot about Alfred. Like, I forgot about Alfred.
I would have never dated an Alfred. I ain't that bad.
Now she gonna have all the Alfreds writing in.
Right.
What's wrong with Alfred?
Oh, what's wrong with Alfred?
Right.
Thank you.
There's some other ugly would be, things like date rape and things of that nature.
Yeah.
We definitely have to be precautious when you're dating, what it looks like, where you're going. If you feel uncomfortable, don't go along with something you don't feel comfortable with. I think people a lot of times get themselves in trouble. Or like, okay, I'll go in the house, or okay. And not that no one has a right to do anything to you, but understand people are not all okay, and they definitely move differently. So you just want to make sure you're in stay in spaces where you're kind of more protected than not.
Right.
Especially in the beginning, until you kind of get a better feel for things.
Yeah.
But
I agree with Daryl. If you feel uncomfortable, trust yourself.
Right.
Trust your gut. Trust it every single time.
Yeah,
and also just being careful of putting yourself in certain situations. Like that getting to know stage. If it's your first and second date, like, be careful of just going to someone's personal space. You don't never know, you just have to be careful of the environment you put yourself into.
Yeah.
Protect yourself as well.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to catch something you can't give back.
Yep. Yep.
And then if something does happen, I guess, you know what, that's fun. I didn't think about it. That's another ugly part of dating. It's, you know, disease, you know?
Yes, they're on the rise.
Right. And we did a show with it. And is that Boogie? I'm just saying.
They're on the rise and they are stronger than ever.
Wow.
Right. And so you want to be careful because even, again, protecting yourself also means being smart, right? Mm-hmm. So protect yourself. You don't know this person. They don't know you. We're not sure. Even if you feel comfortable going there with them, I would protect myself because we don't know. You know, some people are always not forthcoming with everything that's going on or what exactly they're doing. So even if you're comfortable going there, be more comfortable in protecting yourself because you don't want to get something, like you said, you can't get rid of or that could end your life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if something does happen to you, reach out, tell somebody, right? I think when dating, even guys, you know, we're not above anything happening to us. Let your friends know I'm going out, I'm going here. You know what I mean? If you don't hear from, like, give some things to other people that so people know kind of what's going on and where you're at. There's nothing wrong with that. You have to protect yourself because times are crazy.
That's why you take a picture of that license plate.
Yep.
Right. Which might not be their car. They might have stolen it to get there.
Hey, but you know what car they was in? Last known car.
Hey, Leanne. Right on that one. Definitely right. Right. But like little things like that, taking pictures of license plates. I know before a girl asked me, now I don't know about this. She asked me, like, can you send a picture of the license? And I'm like, I cannot. And I don't need to talk to you anymore because I don't know if you're trying to buy a house up to my name. Yeah, it kind of felt weird.
That's a bit much. Yeah.
That is.
I get what she was doing. I definitely get what she was doing. But I also wasn't sure if she's trying to scam me. Okay. I didn't know if you need all my information to buy this, you know, whatever. So, but again, at least a last name, you know, so you can look somebody up. You know, something you just don't want to go in something blind, right? And being all like, okay, I'll meet you in the park at night by myself. Expect to need therapy after that, okay? If you meet them in the park, you're probably gonna need therapy, okay? And I know we're making a joke, but it's serious. You know, you really want to be smart about how you move. I don't care how attractive they may be. Go ahead, Train.
No, I was raised that way. Like, and even in my adulthood, I've always sent a phone number and a picture. And if I had a license plate number, I'm sending it to a friend. It's like just letting you know this is the location that I'm going at. Even if it was just a restaurant, I always drove my own car. I'm not getting in the car with nobody. No, you cannot come pick me up. I will meet you there in my own vehicle. But again, somebody should always know, you know, and anything can happen along the way. It may not even be the date itself, but anything can happen along the way. I just think that someone should. And then here's the other thing. I have, you know, crazy friends that put that scanner thing where they always see your location at 360 or whatever it is, where they can just go on their phone and be like, oh, let me check her location. Oh, she good. You know, so I think safety is very important, especially this time of day. Everybody is not okay. They're just not okay.
Right. And we want you to be okay. We want everyone to be okay. We want you to come home safe, you know, with less trauma as possible. You don't want, again, to go out and come home with trauma. That's not good. You know, that'll definitely derail your dating life.
Yes.
So we kind of just touched it all, the good, bad, and ugly. We kind of knocked it out. I mean, got a little crazy in the middle there. I don't know what happened. I can't wait to watch back because it was insane for a minute there. I'm gonna bring Ruth. It was Ruth's fault.
No, I didn't do that. That was Terrain. We had a little size debate. Going on.
I couldn't tell who it was. I know it was a lot. There's a lot going on.
I had to shut up. Terrain was going in. I was like, all right, you got it, girl.
Leanne's fault. Leanne was supposed
to. I was traumatized a little bit. It was.
Leanne was supposed to jump in there and take care of that, but
I'm just trying to see where
Yeah,
it was going.
that's when you were supposed to come with the statistics.
I was just trying to see where it was going, you know.
I was waiting for something to come on the screen. Well, at least we got some good footage for next week for shorts.
Yes.
Like,
Yes, for the shorts. Yes.
We got
Yes,
Papa
you
next
have
week.
to-
Watch.
Yes, you have to post some shorts from that. Yes.
But anyway, so let's wrap it up. Any last words? Neil, what's going on? What you got with us for us? Excuse me.
Whew. This dating game of today sounds like a challenge. It sounds like one that's doable if people consider dating and what day and time we're in, with the safety elements, with the knowing yourself and what are your intentions for the dating purpose, sharing that with the other person, being upfront and honest. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
Nice.
That's it.
What you got, Leanne?
Choose wisely.
Answers. It's on the board. It was on the board. Yes. Terrain, what do you have?
I'm glad I don't have to deal with the trauma of size, and I'm glad I made it out of the pool alive.
Hilarious.
I knew that was coming back. I knew it was coming back.
That's right. Stand up for yours. She said, I'm good. I don't know about y'all, but over here.
I made it out. I made it out.
My thing would be basically just safety, making sure whatever you're doing it smartly, letting people know where you're at, just and listen to that little voice inside of you. If something seems off or feels off, it's other people. Move on. You shouldn't. That feeling, I think we do have some natural abilities that sometimes we lose because we have so many other things, but that natural instinct to say, hey, look, this is our spidey sense are going off. Listen to it. And last but not least, the birthday girl. What are you leaving us with?
I'm going to say what I always say. Know what you want first. Know what you want. Know the kind of person you want, the kind of personality you want to deal with, the traits, all of that stuff. Know exactly what you want, and then you can tell the other person, or you can spot it. I should say you can spot it, because a lot of time is wasted going back and forth with yourself about what you might want or what you're willing to settle for.
Right.
So know exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that, Doc wrapping it up with the right answer. So again, thank you guys for joining us this week. Thank you for the spirited debate we had, the comments. We're going to wait 90 days to review our comments.
Eddie Paul, if I ain't never seen one.
Hey, listen. So, hey, thank you guys for joining us. We had fun. Hey, look, we need everybody to go to the Nothing But Answers YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, watch this. The other videos are there, so you can catch up on the ones that we already, the ones we did in the past. You can watch this one. This one will be up as soon as we get done. The Facebook group, please continue to comment. Also, share it with your friends. Please, everybody share it. Everybody share it with one person. Reach out and share it with one person. Okay. Make the group a better place if you can.
We're gonna sing now. Now we're gonna sing.
Right. Hey, and I'm gonna say we like the poetry, but no more poetry in the room. Okay, enough of the poetry.
Yo, wow. I had more for you. What?
Yeah.
The poetry was good.
Do it in the poetry, do it in the chat. Keep it in the chat. We didn't ask you the guys to turn to American Idol and have a whole post about poetry. Okay,
poetry was awesome, folks. Awesome.
We liked it, but keep it in the comments, okay? No, it was good. If anybody has anything I like everything that people are providing. The different content is great. I love the group. It's really, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot of freaks in the group from the pinata thing. Listen, we had enough. Everybody have a good night. We'll see you next week. Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
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 Bye now.